We welcome you to Pollard Fieldhouse after a tumultuous day of live stream audio issues. We are proud to present the first men's game of the day between the Emmaus Eagles and the Calvary Warriors.
Yeah, so we got first game of the consolation bracket today.
Yeah, so the winner of this one's going to the fifth place game.
Yeah, playing Ozark in the fifth place game. That's going to be exciting.
For sure.
Both teams lost somewhat close games yesterday. Calvary only lost by 14, and Emmaus only lost by 6.
Yeah, that Emmaus game, for all those who are Emmaus fans who watched that game against Manhattan, was a very, very fun game to watch, very hard fought on both sides, and just didn't go Emmaus' way, and so that's why they're obviously in this game today. With Welling making the first bucket for the Warriors. These two teams played twice during the regular season, with Calvary winning both. A nice pass and over the top move from Jacob Leslie gets him free for an easy layup. Good assist there from Buckner. Calvary won by 6 when they played last in Kansas City, and more than a few weeks ago when the two teams met in Dubuque right here, it was a very close game, and Calvary won by 4. And a good move inside from Smith over the top of Buckner.
We got it Fairley. Fairley wants to take the 3, doesn't, and goes back into tie. We got a foul on
Braden Unruh. You know, Zach, even though he did pick up a blocking foul there, Ty's size and strength, that defense right there, it didn't look like to affect him very much.
Yeah, so the Eagles are looking to Buckner every single time in the paint. As you can see right there, Fairley gets the ball, looks straight to Buckner in the paint.
Yeah, for sure. He opens up the offense and not only provides a good scoring option in the paint, but he's a good passer.
Yeah, really going for the matchup zone here for the Eagles. Seems to be working a little bit. I mean, we do have a tie game so far, and the Calvary's been picking apart the defense so far, but
Unruh finds Welling inside for a nice layup. Gets into the teeth of the defense there. Smith bringing a lot of pressure on Brammer, the ball handler, as he brings it up the floor.
Eagles looking to try to get to Buckner, but they're playing some pretty good defense on him down low.
Shot clock is rolling down, and still trying to find a shot here. Fairley's going to put it right up, and the three-pointer's no good. Some good track-down defense there from Unruh. Finds himself in the corner looking for a pass. Welling for 3.
If I can recall,
his shot is short, and rebound is tracked down by Petka.
If I can recall last game when Calvary played here, Unruh tore us apart from the 3.
Yeah, really. He was
hitting from all levels.
He was on fire that game. So for Emmaus to have a chance of taking this game and moving on to the 5th place, they'll really have to limit his impact. But and then in that regard, then for Calvary too, they got to really find some outside shots. They got to hit their outside shots, because we know that they're a good team in the paint, but if they're really gonna match up well against this zone, they're gonna have to make their outside shots. And a good drive there and dump off, but good defense from the Eagles. However, it's gonna go back into the hands of Calvary.
Eagles just struggling on all levels this year with rebounding. They don't really seem to know how to box out. So, yeah, I was watching the game yesterday, and towards the end of the second half, they were getting out rebounded a lot. So,
and a poke there from Leslie puts the ball out of play, and Petka almost is able to pick off the pass. Great defensive work there, but it's gonna stay with Calvary. just 9 seconds left to get a shot up. Have to do it in the next few seconds. And a deep, long three from Unruh goes off the front of the rim, but the quick Jamal Smith is able to
the freshman
track it down. Yeah,
freshman Jamal Smith tracking down the rebound.
And Emmaus cannot seem to get a rebound or possession of the ball here. Calvary's doing well, getting up a lot of different shots.
Unruh travels. It's going to go to the Eagles.
Yeah, with all those possessions that Calvary had, it's really tough to see them turn the ball over like that.
Austin gets it to Fairley. Fairley back to Brammer. Brammer to Ty. Ty backing down the defender.
And Welling playing some good defense here on Buckner, forcing the turnover. And DeMarcus Harris
draws the contact, gets the and one.
Yeah, he's barreling in there, using his strength and just quickness, and he's going to the line for an and one. And his free throw rolls out, and it maintains a 2-point lead for Calvary with 15:43 left to go in this first half. Brammer gets a screen and just loses the ball there. I'm not really sure what happened. Must have tried to pass, but then... And a good rebound there from Buckner. Kicks it right out to Jacob Leslie, who's guarded. Actually, the track down there from Harris was good because it looked like he had a wide open layup. And
it was good, yeah.
But Jacob was able to get the hook shot in for two, and it ties up the game. And a spin move from White Thomas.
Good
move to get open, but he's not able to connect. And Pekka in the corner fakes the three. Gets it back up to Austin up top. Inside to Buckner, who's working on Welling still. And a good inside move from Buckner.
Wow. Buckner just doing it on all levels tonight.
And gives Emmaus a 2-point lead back. And it looks like the coach, Matt Sanders, is going to bring in a bigger body. That looks like they're going to bring in Seth Hauer to try and slow Tyrus down in the middle. Harris kicks it out to White Thomas. Smith's going to drive inside. Nice find.
That's what happens against the Eagles defense. You gotta bring Buckner over, and then you got the middle wide open. So Buckner just kind of sits in the middle, waits for them to drive in, and then you just pass it quickly to get him to. I do not know what I'm saying right now, Joe.
And after this foul is written down, looks like Calvary. Emmaus is going to take a timeout here. Calvary is about to bring in 4 new players, I'm assuming, once this timeout is over, with the score tied with just over 14 minutes left. It's been a very close game so far, so we'll look forward to seeing how the two teams come out of this timeout.
Okay, so Joe, what I was trying to say about the Eagles defense is we usually just have Tyrus sitting in the middle, and then once they beat Steve or whatever, sitting in the middle.
At the top of the zone,
yeah. At the top of the zone. Tyrus has to shift to guard that person, which leaves another person wide open under the basket.
On the weak side, yeah. So it's really just, if you're going to be playing zone defense, any team, communication is the most important part. And Pekka
Gotta swing it one more.
Yeah, swing
There
it.
you go.
Nick's gonna drive inside, and good find to Tyrus.
Good find.
And inside for 2. That was really good passing there from the Eagles. And the Calvary Warriors bring in Hauer, Colson Voran, along with Ike Maxwell and Joseph Morrow. And
The 3 is good.
yeah, 3 of them from Maxwell. It's a good way to get open there, and they're going to take the lead. So almost a full platoon swap for the Calvary Warriors, and they're just going to keep in Smith out of their starters. You know, it's a real luxury Calvary has to be so deep and just be able to do the things that they do with lineup switches.
Brammer to Fairley. Fairley puts it in for 2.
It's a good shot there from Fairley. You know, Nick wasn't his usual self as far as scoring goes last night against Manhattan, so we'll look to see him bounce back from a tough performance there. And a good find there. Oh, good passing, but tipped a little bit. And good work from the Emmaus defense. And Nick's going to get bumped by Hauer. He's going to pick up a foul. And it'll be Emmaus' ball on the baseline. Always good sportsmanship between teams. And Brammer is going to pass up the 3 inside to Buckner.
And he gets the and 1. Buckner with the and 1. Doing it all tonight.
See, this is always a little confusing when the officials make that motion, because it always looks like there's going to be a charge, but it looks like his motion, yeah, I think you're right. That's going to be an and 1 from Buckner. You know, great. He's a great player just down in the paint, natural paint player. Obviously, just because look at him. But
yeah. I really am excited to see what he's going to do in this 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Tyrus is able to hit the free throw to make it a 4-point lead here.
Yeah, I've told some of the guys, I think if they had some more wins on the year, he could be in the running for NCCAA Division II Player of the Year.
Yeah, I would assume that he would definitely be on the first team. And a good rebound there from the Eagles, as the Warriors are still unable to get into a groove offensively.
For all region teams, I think Petka made all freshman team for the North region. And
yeah, it's a really good honor for any freshman to get put on a list like that. So.
And then Buckner made
Fairley in the corner for 3, and it rolls in. And a great shot there from Fairley. And although you guys on the live stream can't see the Ozark men's basketball team, very big fan of Nick Fairley for whatever reason, and they cheer as he put in that 3, and a spin move from Harris trims the lead back to 5. He's going to be a tough guy to deal with down there when he is driving like that for the Eagles. Back inside to Buckner, who's working on Harris, and some good defense there from Calvary to not allow another paint basket from Tyrus. Morrow working in the baseline. Back out to Harris, who's trying to find a pass here. Gets it to Welling. Morrow gets a nice pump fake, and Leslie's going to pick up the foul there. And White Thomas is going to drive the baseline, and a good tip there from Fairley as the ball is going to come out of bounds. Back in the hands of Calvary. Tashar McCrae is going to check into the game for Jacob Leslie, making his first appearance today. And first trip to the bench for any of the Eagles starters.
Yeah, Tashar coming in, always plays really, really good defense.
And makes an immediate impact. Just like that. Is that?
Yeah, yep, just like that.
Eagles bringing up the floor. Fairley in the corner, back inside to Buckner, who's driving in.
Oh my.
And a hook shot over the top of the defense.
It just makes it look easy, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, 6'7", that's going to be hard for really anybody to guard when he's got the length that he does. So, and a really, really finesse. He's got a finesse about him, the nice touch that a lot of big men don't have. And some good pump fakes there from Morrow.
We're going to have a foul on
Fairley's going to get called there, and Welling's going to. I think it was Fairley,
yeah. Tashar.
You sure?
I think so.
Let's see what they call it. Let's see who they call it on. Yeah, they did call it on Tashar. You're right. And Welling's going to go to the line for 2. Maxwell is going to check in for White Thomas.
Welling knocks on the first one. Shooting 61% on the year from the free throw line. And he sinks the second.
The second one is good, too. And it looks like Calvary is going to take just a quick 30-second timeout here to try and get back on track after those free throws. They haven't really been able to score very well in the past few minutes. What do you think, Zach? What do you think they need to do to like really exploit Emmaus' zone better?
Just more quick passes. As we've seen, they get the ball down low, and it's going to be quick passes in the paint. You got to draw Tyrus towards you and pass it on the weak side.
Yeah, for real. I mean, the zone defense is there to protect against shooting threes, and the way to beat a zone is to have a good inside game, and that's what Calvary needs to exploit here. So they have made some good backside passes to leave wide open layups, so they just got to do that more if they're going to, make this a tie game and take the lead here as they find themselves down by 5 with just 10 minutes left to go in this first half.
Fairly to
Buckner is going to take a rare three-pointer.
Wow!
He hit that like he's a natural three-point shooter.
He is doing it all today, Joe.
You do not see that very often, a big guy like that. Just a silky, smooth stroke on that three-pointer. And Harris and Pekka and Harris
good defense there
get
from
to a
Pekka.
jump ball there. Good defense there from Pekka. And possession will go the Eagles' way, so nice work there. And getting back into Buckner, and
Buckner gets the call.
Yep, and that's going to go on Harris. His, I think his first. Buckner's going to be shooting 2. And something else about Tyrus is that even for a big man, he's a very good free throw shooter. Hopefully I don't jinx him as he's about to shoot here, and I did. I think I did. But for those who are watching the Manhattan game, when Manhattan's coach got called for a technical, Tyrus went to the line to shoot for the free throws. And it's usually a guard, you'd think, to shoot technical free throws, but no, it was the big guy. So something. And look at that! I really did jinx him, Zach. But he's been working on that all season.
We don't really see the guards of Emmaus trying to go to the line at least. Buckner's really the only one's getting calls down low.
And Unruh finds Welling in for a nice little hook there. Now, Emmaus has done a fairly good job of limiting the impact Unruh's made. He hasn't made any threes so far this game, so let's see if he'll key in more on that as the game continues. Because he's lethal. He's a lethal shooter.
Pekka for 3.
And that one's going to roll out, and a tip is going to stay with Emmaus there.
Deshar drives in. It's going to go off of number 1, Joseph Morrow. Pet could have passed it in for the Eagles.
Fairley's going to take a 3 here. and hits again. The Ozark men's basketball section, loving it. He's got
Fairleigh
some
must
fans
have a-
other than the Emmaus.
Fairleigh must have a good relationship with those guys.
Yeah, it's always fun to see. And a nice face-up shot there from Harris over the top of Buckner. The lead is 7 for the Eagles. Just under 8 minutes to go. And a good cut from Pekka, and a really good pass there from Fairleigh to lead him straight to an easy layup. It's a good movement there, ball movement there, and off the ball movement there as well from the Eagles. Find an open shot. And Harris pump fakes Pekka and drives in and gets another bucket. Ball moving crisply around the perimeter for the Eagles. And Fairleigh is able to track down the ball there, and Pekka's he's gonna, I think, double dribble there.
Yep,
it's tough as the shot clock goes running down. Yeah, Buckner was fortunate that Fairleigh was right behind him, even though the ball went through his hands. They were able to keep possession there for the time being. Welling gets it inside, tries to get it inside rather, and a lot of bodies flying around to get the ball, and it ends with a corner three from Maxwell. No good, but
Unruh grabs the board.
Track down from Unruh. Harris gonna reset the offense. Screen from Welling, drives inside on Fairleigh, and was not able to convert the layup there. Did a really good job creating space for himself, but touch wasn't there on that attempt. And the Eagles are going to call a 30-second timeout here to sort things out. Looks like Coach Grau wasn't too happy with the way they had been rebounding, or not rebounding, I suppose you could say, and trying to get the defense back into order. Overall, though, I think Emmaus has done pretty well on defense.
Yeah, I'd say that. I think the offense is really, really showing today, and they're playing exceptionally well. Shooting the three today and getting, I think the main focus is always just to get the ball to Tyrus, and it's kind of inside out.
Well, then that's also moving off the ball, because if Tyrus is going to be having the ball in the middle of the paint, you know, his height, he can keep the ball out of the reach while he's waiting for things to formulate, you know, around him. He's able to pass it off and find open shots for his team. So that's what Emmaus really got a key on, to keep scoring like they have been. Yeah, just the biggest thing for Calvary right now is trying to neutralize Tyrus as best as they can. That's Welling has had a tough time at that, and seemingly good defense there from Welling. He is gonna pick up a foul, and nonetheless.
He's gonna come out, I think, and they're gonna have.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna bring Howard back in to try and get some more size on Buckner. Yeah, there is his free throws. Yeah, that's silky smooth right there. Yep. Howard's going to come in for Welling, and White Thomas is going to come in for Maxwell. And the second free throw is good for Buckner, pushing the lead to now 9 points. Calvary's really got to get a bucket here if they want to try and take some of this momentum back. And a corner three from Unruh is long.
There we go. Some good defense there from McCray.
Yeah. Sanders, the coach for Calvary, is not happy with his team as he knows that Unruh is one of their better scorers, and he wants him to get the ball more, because They're like Zach. We've been saying they're in a little bit of a scoring rut right now.
Yeah, from what I've seen.
Oh, good pass there from Buckner to Pekka. Wow, right over behind his head, and another layup there for the Eagles.
From what I've seen on the stat sheet I have in front of me, Unruh's only played one game. But in that game, he hit
Who
7.
has?
Unruh.
Unruh has what?
Has only played one game.
No. He's played all season. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
They
he's
keep
got 3
misspelling his name on the score sheet, and he's got 3 or 4 entries.
We have Baden Unruh, Braden Unruh, and another Braden Unruh. So,
yeah. No, yeah, he's a really good scorer, and I think Coach Sanders is gonna try and make ways to get his player open, because if they're gonna try and climb back into this game, they need to get some instant offense here from him.
Yeah. They got Calvary's got to get Unruh open. He's shot 149 threes this year and only made 49 of them, shooting 33%. But against Emmaus last game, he really tore him up shooting threes. So I think in this last bit of the first half and the upcoming second half, I think the main focus for them is get the ball to Unruh and have him go to work from beyond the arc.
Calvary to inbound the ball, gets it to Morrow. Smith directing the offense outside. Inside to Howard, trying to find a pass. Instead, he's going to drive in on Fairley, but the touch is not there, and his hook shot is off.
Yeah, we had a mismatch down low, Fairley on.
Yeah, so good defense there from Fairley to make that tough shot there. Buckner is triple teamed and
Buckner
trying to find Brammer, but he's not quite on the same page there.
Yeah,
and
he seems a little upset about that.
Ball's going to go out of bounds.
And also, Coach Gross seems a little upset about that play he had set up there.
I think Calvary just called a timeout there. Just a 30-second one.
That's gonna. Wait, you said Calvary and Barclay? It's Central and Barclay. Plays in the. Oh, women's bracket.
And Morrow to bring the ball up for the Warriors. And Pekka gets a tip to it, but Unruh is able to track it down, and his pull-up shot is just off the back of the iron. So good way to get open, just shot's not able to fall for him. Pekka finds Brammer, who's going to take a three here. That one's also off the back iron, and it's going to go right into the hands of Buckner.
Fairley for three.
It's good! Fairley has really woken up today on offense compared to last game. He's really making up ground from the points he was unable to convert last night, so great to see him respond like he has. Unruh looking for a pass here, and looks like he might have taken an extra step.
That's going to go the Eagles' way. Yep.
And just like that.
Just some great defense here from the Eagles.
Yeah.
Forcing bad shots. And
Howard's going to come out of the game here in favor of Harris. And Harris, although he is definitely giving up a height advantage to Buckner, the strength is definitely of much closer magnitude than you'd think. So Harris doing a good job on Buckner, but Buckner's height.
Buckner to Fairley for three. It's no good.
And a good offensive rebound. Ooh.
McCray grabs a rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Unruh.
Yeah, good rebound. Good cracking down and jumping up for that rebound there from Tashar. And Emmaus being in the bonus will shoot a 1-and-1 here, although it was Justin over the back and not necessarily a shooting foul. Maxwell is going to come in for Morrow. Tashar hits the first one. And the second one is down for Tashar.
Making it look easy at the free throw line.
39-23, a big lead for Emmaus, and Calvary is really struggling to find some offense here. They have not scored a field goal, or any points for that matter, in quite a long time. So credit to the Eagles defense. And another shot just rimming out for the Warriors. And a drive inside and a pass to Harris. Back out to Unruh, who's going to drive in. Finds Brandell, I believe.
And we got a foul.
On the baseline, but a foul here. Tyrus is down. But looks like Ty will be going to the line for 2.
Some great defense down low from the Eagles right there. And
yeah, really. The Eagles, excuse me, the Warriors, they're just not able to find any offense right now. I think they need to at least attempt some more threes when they find themselves open. Because they are a good shooting team.
They are.
It's just that they're not taking enough. They're not taking threes. They're getting good looks inside. They're just not falling for them right now. And Tyrus is able to hit both free throws to increase the lead now to 18 points. Largest lead of the game for the Eagles. So they're playing very well on both ends of the floor. And there's a three-pointer from Unruh. And it was good for a good shot attempt there, just not able to fall. And inside to Tashar. He's blocked by Maxwell. So good defensive play there from him.
We got Coach Matt Sanders screaming at his team to just find the ball and guard the person that actually has the ball instead of
whoever your man is. Yeah,
whoever your man is.
Back inside to Buckner, working on Harris, and
it's good.
It's hard to match up against Tyrus there. Not much you can do. It's tough.
We got a mismatch here, McCray.
And Brandell's going to shoot a 3 here. And that is good. The first points for Calvary in quite a few minutes.
Fairley takes up the court for the Eagles, kicks it to Brammer. Brammer inside to Buckner. Buckner
loses the ball there, but Eagles able to track it back down. Back inside to Buckner, working on Harris, and a little spin move and a block there from Harris.
I think Coach Matt Sanders is really harping on his team to actually guard Tyrus and maybe double team when he gets the ball.
Yeah, because he's just doing anything he wants when he gets the ball. And Tashar trying to get a pass here, and he just has to throw up a shot and doesn't even hit the rim there. So a good defensive possession there from the Warriors as they don't allow Tyrus to really do anything with the ball, and he forces the pass out and forces the shot clock violation. Another basket for the Warriors here would be really good for their cutting this into this lead.
Unruh for 3.
And that one's good. Just 2 perfect back-to-back possessions for the Warriors and 6 quick points. The bench is back into it, and Emmaus has got to find a way to respond.
Brammer
is going to take a 3, and that's just a little bit long.
Yeah.
And Tashar is going to pick up a needless foul there as he's just bumping into Harris, I think. Or was that Unruh? Did Unruh have the ball? Harris guarded closely. And another foul picked up by Tashar as he's trying to guard Unruh closely.
That'll be his second.
His second quick. Oh no, it's his third, I think, actually. Yep, that's his third foul. So two quick back-to-back, and he might have to come to the bench pretty soon. Harris working on Fairley. He's going to drive inside, get open, and just a good play there from Harris. And the lead is back down.
Oh.
And a great defensive play there again from Harris.
Yeah, the
Calvary's really been picking it up in the last few minutes, and Emmaus needs to find a way to get a basket and try and stop a little of this momentum. Calvary's looks like they're gonna bring into halftime. Buckner guarded closely. He's gonna get it back to Brammer. Buckner is gonna take a three, and that one's gonna just be off. Smith with the rebound.
The shot clock's gonna be turned off.
Let's see if they try and play for last possession here. Nope. Brandel's gonna drive in, and an and one for Peter Brandel. And Tyrus is going to get called for the block, and Calvary has just stormed back after being down. And they've put up, I think, 8 straight and about to be 9.
You know, Buckner really wanted that charging call, but I think he was still moving his feet.
Yeah, well, it would be 9 points if the free throw attempt is good. Okay, they're gonna keep the N1, and no, actually 10 points. It's been 10 points straight for the Warriors, and if the free throw is good, it'll be 11. So what was a 19-point lead will be trimmed to 9. And Calvary is going to implement a full court press here with the 9 seconds left.
Eagles. We got 7 seconds left.
Still trying to get into Buckner. And his shot is left short. So good defense there from Calvary as they go into half now after storming back from being down. 43-34 is the halftime score, and I just think Emmaus got complacent there, Zach. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I think so. Where we're sitting, we're gonna have the Eagles come right behind us. I think. They're just gonna go into the locker
Actually,
room.
you know what? They might. Let's see where they go. But
so yeah, I think if they come right behind us, we're gonna hear a lot of screaming from Coach Graw about the defense of the second half of the first half, as they
the second part of the first half.
Second part, yeah. They played exceptional defense to start off the first half. And
it was. They just put up 11 points in the span of probably 2.5, 3 minutes. So just great work there to finally get going on offense, and Eagles got to find a way to respond. And with that, we got about 9.5 minutes until the second half will start, and we'll get that back to you in just a bit.
So why should you consider the experience at Emmaus as opposed to somewhere else? I think it's very important to know who you are. I went to Emmaus to find out what God's Word said so that I could then, with a sure footing, push forward into the vocational part of my life.
So when I was first looking for schools, I knew that I wanted a really solid counseling program, but I also wanted a biblical core. And I found that here at Emmaus. In my Bible classes, I'm not just learning biblical facts, but I'm also learning how the Bible applies to my life and how I can live it out in my Christian walk. But then in my counseling classes, I'm learning theories and I'm learning scientific information and how the brain works, but I'm also learning how to integrate my faith into that.
So I've had the awesome experience to be part of Student Missionary Fellowship over the past 2 years. And what their purpose is, and part of the opportunity of service that it provides for students, is really getting involved with missionaries who come from around the globe. This gives us an opportunity as students to be aware of what the Lord is doing in places like Burundi, Africa. It's an awesome opportunity not only for the missionaries to come to us, but for us to learn about them and be inspired by the work that the Lord is doing around the globe.
My Emmaus experience has been really transformational, learning how to serve and how to love, and seeing the example in that from your professors and seeing how genuinely they care about you, and then getting to apply that to your life, and the knowledge you get in classes from how Jesus loved people too, and it's teaching me how to be intentional in people's lives, and I really am looking forward to taking that into the future too, in the workplace, at the church, just in the community, and I just see how it's preparing me long term, and it's not just for right here.
The soccer team, it's honestly been so fun, not just in the aspect of playing soccer, but the aspect of being able to fellowship with the team. Just seeing that team dynamic of love one another, serve one another, your team goes first and then soccer. That is an amazing thing that I've honestly never seen before. That's what the gospel does to people, is that at the end of the day, it's not about soccer, it's about fellowship.
I had a group of 4 guys who got together every Thursday night and just poured over whatever we had read that week. Fiction, nonfiction, things in God's Word, things in books that we'd read, and we would just discuss, and we loved to write too. So we'd get together and we'd share whatever we'd written that week. Those relationships, we still keep in touch daily, share our thoughts daily, and it's the most lasting, lifelong commitments I've ever had.
Putting all those together and just seeing how, my life has changed so far while I've been here, and I'm excited to see how else it continues to change.
The NCCAA mission states, "We serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world. Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities?" The NCCAA mission states, "We are committed to equipping student athletes and coaches to make a positive impact for Christ. Equipping student athletes and coaches involves the creation and distribution of tools and resources needed for a particular purpose. We promote outreach and ministry for the enhancement of athletic competition with a Christian perspective. One tool is Game Plan for Life, a character initiative to promote the biblical characteristics of love, integrity, faith, and excellence. Equipping student athletes with a game plan will remain with them throughout their entire lives." The NCCA mission states, "We are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement. The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
And welcome back to second half action. So we're about to get underway here. Once again, the halftime score between the Eagles and the Warriors was 43-34. Fairly to inbound the ball as the Warriors are not going to bring out their starting lineup, but they are they going to put on Smith, Harris, Maxwell, Unruh, and Brandel. And a good defensive opening possession there from the Warriors. Finds Harris for a good transition layup. And right out of the gates, Calvary is still on point.
Yeah, the Warriors just having a lot of momentum going into.
And Pekka is going to step out of bounds there. And Emmaus is, over the past 3, 4, 5 minutes, including that first half action, they just have not been able to get into a groove at all. Brandel is going to find Unruh on the baseline and going to pick up a foul here on Fairley, I believe.
White Thomas has got the ball. He kicks it to
Smith. Yeah, Smith working on Buckner. Trying to find a pass out. Finds Brandel. Inside, around Buckner, and it rolls in. So a good move there to not pick up a charge. And another 2 points for the Warriors, and the lead is now just 5.
I think they're on a 15-0 scoring run.
Really, they have been. And there, a foul there on Harris.
Yeah.
Emmaus has really, they get up to a big, sizable lead of 19 points, and they just get complacent. They can't play with the lead. Emmaus doesn't know how to play with the lead, I think. As you saw that in the game against Manhattan yesterday, where they had 9, 10-point leads against a good Manhattan team, and they just lost it all in the in the last couple of minutes there. And Brandel's going to pick up a foul on Buckner. Inbound to Fairley. Finds back inside to Buckner, who's going to get highly looked at.
Buckner
Kicks
to
her back
Fairley
out to
for
Fairley for three, and that one's going to roll out.
Oh,
And
that one hurt.
And Buckner goes down hard. I think he's going to be okay. It was just shaking up a little bit.
That's the thing about being a big body is you're gonna get hurt throughout the game. And
Looks like he got undercut just a little bit as he's going up for that rebound. Let's see.
I think they were thinking that he smacked his head on the ground on the way down.
I did not. He might have just a little bit, but he didn't hit it too hard. So I think he's going to be okay. I don't think he'll get a lot of any head issues there. Looks like he's okay. The ball will stay with Emmaus. I think they. Let's see what happened here.
Okay, so we're gonna have to sub out Ty. For
Tashar is going to come into the game. Actually, they are going to force Tyrus to come out just because of they had to stop the game, obviously. So just rules dictate that they have to bring him out. But he'll come back in at the next dead possession. Brammer's going to take a corner three-pointer, and that one's also going to roll out. And
looks like
over the back foul. Who are they going to call that one on?
I think it's gonna be on Leslie.
Yeah, they call it over back on.
Oh, that's gonna.
Yeah,
be
yep, on Jacob. That's his third foul. And McCray is going to check out with his 3 fouls, and Buckner is going to come back in. Smith gets a screen, working inside. Ball finds its way to Welling, but he misses, and right into the hands of Smith, who puts it right back up. The lead is now just 3 points. Jacob Leslie comes back into the game after being out for most of that first half with his foul trouble. See if he can keep that in check. Buckner working inside on Welling. He's going to just put up a shot, and it somehow falls.
Buckner
Great work inside in the paint. And the first points for Emmaus in a number of 5-6 minutes, including the first half too. The ball's going to sail out of bounds as he's trying to find Maxwell in the corner. It's going to be Emmaus' ball.
Brammer's going to take it up the court for the Eagles.
Smith guarding Brammer hard. Gets a screen from Buckner. Leslie back inside to Buckner, and Unruh is going to try and force a jump ball there, and he does. And possession arrow is pointing to the Warriors, and they are going to take possession here. So good heads-up play there from Unruh, and they will be going the other way. Just over 17 minutes left and a 5-point lead for Emmaus. This game has really shifted momentum towards Calvary.
Unruh
going around the baseline, trying to get open. He does, finds it inside to Welling, back out. Ball's moving crisply. Smith's going to drive inside, and good defense there from Buckner, staying straight. And just the size disparity
really just
is just evident there, and ball's going to go to the Eagles.
Seemed like Smith really hit a brick wall there, driving inside.
Yeah, really, they're not going to call a foul there on Buckner. It just, you can't do it. And Leslie is going to pump fake, come inside for a shot that's a little long, right into the hands of Petka. And another possession there for the Eagles. Eagles got to really, rebound the ball on offense if they want to get back to a good lead.
Oh, there you go.
And Welling's going to pick up another foul.
Welling
Buckner is heading to the line again.
Struggling against Buckner tonight. Any big body you put on Buckner, you're really going to get.
Sanders has really been experimenting with his defense. They've been putting Welling on him. They've been putting Brandel on him. They've been putting Harris on him even, and, of course, Howard, who's on the bench. But they just can't really seem to find a good matchup for him. And You know, Tyrus is putting up a lot of points as he is usually every game. And another one at the free throw line. It will be short, actually, so just a 6-point lead. Unruh is going to drive in, kicks it to Welling. Smith in the corner drives past Fairley, and a good reverse layup over the top of Buckner as well is good. Brammer finds Fairley, who's guarded closely by Brandel. Leslie in the corner. Finally get the pass inside, and it just dies on the back iron and just falls in. You know, you usually see shots like that bounce all around when they hit the rim like that, but the ball just died and fell in.
Wow.
And good defense there from Buckner as he's able to contest a Welling shot, and Unruh is going to poke the ball out of bounds. Coach Sanders is trying to get the refs to get the same kind of fouls called on both ends of the court. So, you know, consistency is something that every coach wants, and that's all we can ask out of a ref.
We got a 6-point game on our hands.
Coach Graw is going to take a 30-second timeout here. Emmaus has only been able to put up 5 points so far in this half, and it's already almost 5 minutes gone.
Which is promising. I mean,
well, no, compared to what they were scoring in the first half, Calvary's really locked down on defense, and
momentum's kind of momentum shifted to the Warriors' way a little bit late in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I think it's kind of shifted equally. The Eagles kind of picking up momentum here,
trying to keep them at an arm's length away, while Calvary has made this comeback.
Kind of social distancing. Distance.
Just keep an arm's length away. 6 points, 6 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah, that was a stretch. I did not like that at all. Back inside to Buckner. He's guarded closely by Welling. Just going to drive right inside, and good defense there. And the shot is not able to fall. Harris bringing it up the court in transition. And top of the 3-point line, and the ball. Pekka goes off his foot as he's trying to collect it right into the hands of Morrow.
You got to travel.
No, they're going to call a foul on the floor there. Yeah, on Tyrus. Is that his only a second foul, so not quite in foul trouble yet. And Graw realizes the shooting ability of Unruh, trying to tell his team to not shoot the ball, or not let him shoot. And there's a shot from Unruh, and it falls. Exactly what Coach just said not to do, and he's holding out his hands in disbelief. And Morrow really pressuring the ball handler, Brammer. Buckner trying to find what to do with the ball here. Kicks it to Fairley, who's going to take a 3-pointer. It's going to roll out right into the hands of Leslie. He's going to put it up, and the end one's not able to fall. But he will be going to the line for 2.
Leslie put himself in a good spot there to grab their
absolutely, and waited to pump fake and let a foul be called. It was just tough that he was not able to get the ball to also roll in. Leslie's first free throw is short, and that is 4 fouls actually on Welling, as he's been tasked to guard Buckner for a majority of this game, and he's going to get a lot of fouls called against him. So he's going to be heading to the line probably for a considerable, or heading to the bench for probably a considerable amount of time.
I don't think we'll see him until late in the second.
Yeah.
5 minutes left.
Yeah,
maybe.
with those 4 fouls, don't want to have him foul out already. White Thomas checking back in the game after a while. Another 3 from Unruh, and he hits. When he's hot,
again, exactly what Coach Graw just said. Don't let Unruh shoot the ball.
He's when he starts shooting like this, he's unstoppable. So Emmaus has got to key in to find a way to not let him just blow this game wide open. And now what was a 19-point lead is all the way back down to just 1. And good defense there from Harris. Punches the ball out of bounds. There's 7 left on the shot clock. Emmaus has got to put up a quick one. Quickly inside to Buckner. A turnaround shot is short. And Howard comes in the game, and he good defense right away. And he calls for it, and just like that, Calvary takes the 1-point lead and good transition play. Emmaus was not able to get back on defense, and he was left wide open. And Coach Graw is forced to take a timeout. And Calvary, all the momentum is with them. Let's see how Emmaus responds here. You know, Zach, like I said just a few minutes ago, Emmaus does not know how to play with a lead.
Yep.
They were out to almost a 20-point lead, and just like that, they let it slip.
Yeah, they allowed a 15-0 scoring run to the Warriors, and you really hate to see that. And I think we're gonna have that just shows the resiliency of the Warriors basketball team, though. Just to realize that they're in a pretty big hole, and then to come out and be like, okay, we're not gonna let our heads get down. We're gonna come out and keep fighting. And they came together as a team and just have blown this game. Yeah, like I
back
said,
into it's a 50-50 game right now.
Yeah,
almost. It's literally almost a 50-50 game because it's 49-50. But also metaphorically, it is now a 50-50 game.
Yeah, like I said in the first half, the Warriors are really gonna have to rely on Unruh to go out and score those 3-pointers for him. So, and they've seemed to find a way to get him open and make some 3-pointers as he's knocked down 2 in a row.
Yeah, Emmaus with their zone, the point of the zone is to not allow 3-point shooters to be open, and so the top of the key, those 2 top zone defenders in Pekka and Brammer really need to just figure out a way to not let them get open. Let's see what Eagles do here on offense. Another hard foul on Buckner. He'll be going back to the line. Who are they going to call that one on?
I think it's going to be on number 5, DeMarcus Harris.
Nope, they actually just called it on 50. They called it on Howard.
Which isn't good because he's their second center coming into the game, and he's guarding Buckner now. So
if Howard starts getting into foul trouble,
they're gonna have to.
It might be tough sledding here, as Buckner is gonna keep driving in down low with his post moves.
Buckner knocks down both of them. We got a 1-point game in our hands. Eagles up by 1, 51-50.
And Morrow's going to drive inside on Leslie.
Looks like Leslie.
And just like that, another lead change. So good play there from Morrow, even though he got the size disadvantage. Brammer back inside to Fairley with the mismatch, and Morrow's going to pick up a foul there, and Fairley going back to the line.
So we got the Eagles in the bonus already.
Something to really keep an eye on, and that's going to be really important. Is the Eagles are already in the bonus. Calvary's has 8 fouls this half already, and we're not even to the 10-minute mark left. And 2 more fouls will be in the double bonus, so every single foul committed will result in two free throw shots. And if Emmaus's offense isn't clicking, they will still be able to get points, theoretically, from free throws. Harris working on Pekka. And good defense there from Fairley. And forces a turnover. See if Emmaus can get a bucket here to increase their lead. Back inside to Buckner, who's going to get double teamed.
Fairley to Leslie for 3.
Oh, his shot is off, but Pekka's follow is good. Right place, right time for Steven, and he puts the ball back in, and it is a 3-point game now. Good heads-up play there from Pekka. Morrow driving in, trying to find a pass. Gets it to Howard, who's going to take a face-up shot that's going to roll around and not go in.
Buckner grabs the board, kicks it to Brammer. Brammer's taking it up the court fairly quickly.
Emmaus will really be taking some momentum back if they're able to get another basket. And I think another foul is going to get... No, actually, no. It's just going to go out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Eagles. So Morrow and
Peter Brandel coming into the
Demetrius White-Thomas are going to come out. And Brandel and Smith are going to check back in. Leslie guarded closely. Kicks it to Fairley. Pekka working on Brandel. He's trying to drive in. Finds Jacob Leslie. Back inside to Buckner. Turnaround shot.
Easy
money.
Two.
Great ball movement there from the Eagles to find Tyrus finally. And a 5-point lead now, once again, for Eagles.
Eagles really just slowing things down on offense. They're not forcing in any bad passes.
If the Eagles want to maintain a lead, they have to play their basketball. They can't be playing the same tempo as the opponent. You know, they can't be playing into the hands of Calvary. They got to dictate the game as best as they can. And White-Thomas is going to check in for Harris. Brandel to inbound. And Coach Sanders is going to call a full timeout here as he sees that, team is quickly down by 5 again.
So what we're going to see now, since we had number 5 Harris coming out, it's just going to be Howard on Buckner, and then the rest are guards for the Warriors. So,
yeah, I think that's a lot of responsibility and trust going to be put into Howard there to guard Buckner. And I think what they're going to do, actually, they have been doing it all game, but they're going to whenever Ty is going to get the ball, they're going to come in, and the guards are going to kind of swarm him to try and force him to pass the ball out. And I think here for Emmaus, instead of just giving the ball to Tyrus and letting him do it, I think there needs to be crisp passing and then a crisp pass back into the hands of Buckner before the help can get there, and then able to put the ball in, just like that last bucket scored by Ty. So that's going to be the recipe if they're going to put the ball inside there for the Eagles.
We're going to come back, and I think the Eagles are going to get the ball under the basket. The Eagles. Calvary's going to get the ball. Oh, yeah, Calvary's going to get the ball under their basket. I think the main focus for the Warriors is to really get the ball to Unruh and have him go to work for from beyond the arc. And, I mean, we've seen that somewhat so far this half. We got an out of bounds on the Eagles. Someone poked it out. Rebounded by Buckner. Brammer to Buckner.
Buckner's going to take another three-pointer. That one's going to be just short.
That's going to be way short.
After that first three-pointer he made, he is getting a little ambitious. And
no, that shouldn't be the game plan. Whenever they
put Ty up top, yeah.
Whenever they only have one big body, that's not the game plan. The game plan is to get the ball into Ty and have him go to work one-on-one.
And White-Thomas working on Buckner, but Buckner's going to get called for the foul there. Interesting call there. Definitely Emmaus bench is not happy with that one.
I mean, Ty did look straight up. In my eyes, I didn't really.
Well,
see
in your biased
else.
eyes, of course.
And yeah, we were a little bit biased here, so.
Try not to be though. And there's a shot from White-Thomas. He's able to hit the second one too, and just a 3-point game now. And Brandel guarding Austin closely. Inside to Fairley. Buckner finds Fairley inside again, and his shot is good. Good ball movement there from the big guys. And results in a nice open layup there from Fairley. Smith working inside on Leslie, and his shot just bounces out. Good way to get open, and is not able to fall, though.
Brammer to Petka. Petka with the pump fake.
Finds Leslie back inside to Fairley, who's backing down the smaller defender. Brammer looking to find Buckner inside.
Easy
and
two.
Once again, another basket for Buckner over the top of Hauer. And now Emmaus flexing out a deficit, or a lead rather, 61-54 with just 9.5 left to go in the game.
Bremer guarding Unruh closely.
And White Thomas working inside and uses his strength to put the ball up there. That was a good shot. Yeah, I think whenever Unruh is coming off of screens, they're just playing. Emmaus is playing straight ball denial. They can't let him hurt them like he has in previous games.
Unruh guarding Leslie closely.
Leslie's going to drive inside and going to kick out to Brammer. Back inside to Buckner. Finds Leslie, and his shot rolls out. I think he saw the backside defense coming in and just got a little.
That's going to go the Eagles' way.
It's still going to go the Eagles' way. I think Jacob could have tried to come to the ball a little bit, but it's going to be the Eagles nevertheless.
And we got number 20, Tobias Welling, coming back into the game with 4 fouls. So I think the Eagles are really going to target him and try to get a foul called on him to foul him out.
That would be a smart move. But, yeah, the coach for Calvary is seeing an issue there. And Smith just strips the ball from Austin. And Smith is shaken up here. I think Harris might only have 3, probably. So he's not. I mean, it's something if he picks up another one here quick, but should be okay. And White Thomas is going to check out. It'll be Harris and Unruh, along with Morrow, Welling, and Brandel on the court for the Warriors. Unruh is going to drive in, and his floater over the top of Leslie is good. It's just a 3-point game now. Pekka over to Brammer, back inside to Buckner, but
that's going to be a foul
on Calvary there as they're trying to pick off the pass. And they're going to put that one on.
I think it's going to be on number 10.
It is. It's going to be on Welling. They might have put that on Welling, and Welling is going to foul out. So just like that, they put him in, and 2 minutes later, he's gone. So tough loss there for the Warriors as their starting 5 is their starting center rather. Number 5 is he's going to be done for the rest of the game.
Buckner sinks the first. We got.
So yeah, so the next foul will put Emmaus in the double bonus.
Yep. And if anyone doesn't know what the double bonus is, it is every time the Eagles get fouled, they'll be going to the line shooting 2, no matter what. Good hustle there from Leslie. Great work from Leslie there as he's getting praised by Coach Graw. Little mismatch.
Buckner inside, and he's just showing off the strength and agility there.
Yeah, there was a little mismatch.
Great putback.
Buckner on Demetrius White-Thomas, and Harris came in for help, but it just wasn't enough. Number 10, Peter Brandel knocks down the 3.
Yeah, a big shot from him. And a steal from Morrow, who just loses the ball himself, and it goes straight into the hands of Fairley again.
Oh my
and the
God.
ball is just
It is going back and
changing
forth
hands
right now.
rapidly, and Unruh, a 3 here would be
Unruh
amazing for them. And it
misses the
rolls
3.
out, and Morrow puts it back up. Just the string of events that have just happened are just unreal. And I think it should be a 1-point game. They haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet.
We have a mismatch down low, as you can see. Demetrius White-Thomas against Buckner. That's a foul. Oh, and we don't
And
get a
good
foul
defense
called.
there from the Warriors. I seriously, yep, and the scoreboard just got changed. There it is. Okay. No problems there. And Brandel's going to drive in.
3 seconds in the lane. That's going to be on Harris.
Yep, that's Harris. That's tough break there for Calvary, as some of their momentum just got lost.
You know, we just saw a tennis match happening as the ball is going back and forth.
Yeah, really.
We really have a mismatch down low.
Buckner is able to track down the ball back
Buckner.
inside of Buckner immediately,
Yep.
and over the top of White-Thomas. He's just unstoppable when he gets the ball down there.
Looks like Thomas is
Yeah, I just got
really
shaken up a
limping
little bit. Inside him. Morrow's going to drive inside. Spin move around Buckner, and his shot is just off. And a follow there from Unruh.
That's going to be
And it's going to be another foul
fourth.
on Ty. I think that might be his 4th. Let's see. Yep, that's Tyrus' 4th. That is a critical foul call there.
Yep.
So Coach Grau's got a big decision to make. See what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to keep Tyrus in. Actually, you know what? They're going to call a timeout here.
The Warriors in this timeout are really going to focus on getting Ty to foul out. That's going to be the main.
That could be something there. They're going to drive inside to try and force another foul. That's because once Tyrus is out of the game, you know,
They don't have
an integral part of Emmaus's
Yep.
just makeup as a team, both offensively and defensively, is gone.
But one thing we haven't seen tonight is, I mean, not tonight, but today is Petka really hasn't made his presence known that much. So
Yeah, and especially if Tyrus is if Tyrus fouls out, I'd look to Pekka to really be a difference on offense. Him and Fairley, scoring wise, and then Austin, of course, as a ball distributor and 3-point shooter himself. And Unruh at the line after Ty picks up his 4th. Will be shooting just 1 here. And it is perfect. A 1-point game here with Emmaus in the lead with just under 6 left to go in the game. It could go either way here. Fairley driving in, back out to Leslie. Pekka guarded closely by Unruh. Back up top to Brammer. Nice poke there from White-Thomas, but Emmaus gets the ball back. And Fairley gives the ball away. And Calvary bringing it up the court. Morrow. And back out to Unruh, who's guarded closely. Cross-court pass is
Good
almost
defense there from
intercepted by Brammer. Good defense there from the junior, and it's going to go out of bounds.
We have 10 seconds left on the shot clock here.
And the ball finds its way into the basket there. And Calvary once again takes a lead. This game goes going back and forth. Fairley finds Pekka, who's going to drive in. A floater is
Pekka.
good. Great touch there on the floater.
Like we said, Pekka's really going to have to make his presence known late in this game.
Yeah, he's been someone that the defense has really tracked down and made sure that he hasn't made in order for him to not make a presence.
We have 10 seconds left on the shot clock here.
And good defense there from Brammer, and Unruh looks like he's going to have to put up a shot here very soon. And blocked by Pekka in transition, and good defense there from Brandel, and Coach Graw is not happy. And they're going to call a foul there on Jacob Leslie, I believe. An insane just string of possession there. And what should have been a transition bucket for the Eagles now results in, oh no, they put that foul on Austin. It's going to result in just an under the basket, out of bounds play for the Warriors. So, crazy turn of events. Inside to Unruh, who's going to just face up, and the ball rolls in. Another lead change with 4 minutes left to go. This is still anyone's game, Zach.
Yep.
Back inside to Buckner. Trying to find an outlet pass. Finds Pekka, who's driving inside on Unruh. Back out to Fairley, who's going to take a three-pointer. And he had! Fairley with the clutch three-pointer to take a 2-point lead here. Big shot there from the senior, who does not want this to be his last game. Morrow gets around the defense inside to Brandel, and a good backside move there, and the score is now tied. Pekka trying to find a pass, finds Fairley. The Eagles still trying to get the ball inside to Buckner, but White Thomas playing some good defense. Fairley for a three again. Fairley for three! This man is unreal right now. 2 clutch threes within the past 2 possessions, and the Eagles take a 3-point lead with just under 3 to go. The senior really does not want this to be his last game. And looks like the ball might have gone off the official. It stays in bounds, and Calvary is able to keep possession. Unruh is guarded closely by Brammer, and Harris has to put up a wild shot, which is going to go out of bounds. Good defense there from the Eagles.
You really like to see the Eagles not have to rely on Ty.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just really impressed by the way Fairley has played this game, especially with not being as on point as he usually is last night.
And we got a timeout.
And Coach Graw is going to get a timeout call here. Want to make the most out of this possession. The Eagles, very small lead, have to find a way to not blow it again. They were in great position to win against Manhattan in the final 2 minutes, fell apart. With 2.5 left to go here, Coach Graw is going to try and come up with a way to make sure that Emmaus is going to be moving on to the 5th place game here. So what do you think Calvary needs to do, rather, in this situation to tie it up and then obviously win the game?
Yeah, I think they got to go. They're gonna have to go back and forth with shots with the Eagles. They're gonna have to start knocking down their threes that they take. They're really, I don't know. They just seem, when I watch them on offense right now, they seem like they're messing up their offense somehow.
Well, and that's a credit there to the Eagles defense, and Austin Brammer has been really a ball hawk whenever Unruh gets the ball. So
yeah, I'd say they got to look up more on offense. They've got guys wide open on the corners sometimes, and they don't really see it. So
yeah, they just got to keep attacking the zone and see how they can respond here on defense. Emmaus needs to use the clock to their advantage here. With the lead and with so little time left. Inside to Buckner, and it goes in. Great strong move there from the big man, and a 5-point lead now for Emmaus. Emmaus is psyched on defense, and Calvary has got to get a bucket here. And the runner from Unruh rolls out. That's a really tough miss there from him.
Eagles, like you said earlier, have to use the shot clock to their advantage. They gotta use up all the shot clock on their offensive drives.
Nick Fairley's going to take another three. Nick Fairley is unconscious right now from the three-point arc. Brando looks to respond, and it's no good, and a strong rebound from Buckner. Pekka in the corner. Oh! Almost tackled. A hard foul, and good sportsmanship there from White Thomas. And Pekka will be going to the line. Wow. And they're in the double bonus now, so 2 points at the line here up for grabs.
Pekka almost gets tackled.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship, though, from,
really good
from White Thomas, as he realizes that, he's a little physical there. And the ball rolls out. It's tough. Every point here is critical.
Yes, they have to sink these.
And Coach Sanders is going to call a full timeout here.
Oh my! That's all I have to say. Nick Fairley
has just willed Emmaus into the lead, so to speak. His 3-point shooting has he's been playing really well this game and making up for a lot of the shots he was not able to hit in the game against Manhattan. He does not want this. He does not want this to be his final game as an Eagle. The game is still up for grabs, though. I mean, an 8-point lead in basketball is nothing. But I just, Eagles with their inexperience have really just got to figure out how to use the clock to their advantage. Just let time run out. Let them have to foul you. Don't force anything. Because Calvary is going to be very, very aggressive here when they're going to be on defense. And when Emmaus gets the ball back next after these free throws, they are going to be hounded.
Critical free throw shot from Pekka here. And he sinks it. So the Eagles go up 9.
Smith's going to come back in the game for Brandel.
They're really going to have to rely on their 3-point shot in this last 1:20.
Let's see what Calvary does here. Trying to get the ball to Unruh, who's going to take a 3-pointer, and it rolls off the rim, and Calvary's got a foul here. Good, strong rebound there from Buckner. All smiles as he's heading to the line here to, hopefully for the Eagles, in the Eagles' case, put this game to bed. And miss there from Buckner at the line. 1:10 left. So with a free throw make here, you can make it a 10-point game. And that one rattles in. And they're just going to go for the quick 2. It was good decision there from Leslie not to foul. And Unruh's going to get called for the foul there. Austin will be going to the line.
We haven't really seen Brammer at the line in the season this year, you could say.
Yeah, Brammer, he doesn't fill up the stat sheet besides maybe assists, but he does more on offense than many people realize. He plays 40 minutes seemingly every game. Doesn't get a lot of the attention he deserves, that's for sure.
Wow.
And that bucket on the other side from Unruh is neutralized by the 2 free throws from Brammer. Unruh is going to try to drive again and is fouled by Jacob Leslie. He'll be heading to the line.
I think that'll be Leslie's 4th.
Yes, I think 4th. Yep, that's his 4th. Yep. So
A
now,
lot of Eagles in foul trouble.
Now the Calvary. Well, with 50 seconds left,
Yeah,
it's
50.
gonna be okay. Calvary is now in the single bonus, so every foul that Emmaus commits from here on out will result in a 1-and-1, regardless if it's shooting or not. And 2 there from Unruh. And Unruh is
Wow.
going to check out of the game.
That is surprising to me.
Number 2, Colson Varan is going to check back in. And you know what? This could be the last time if Emmaus does pull out the win here. Last conference game here for Unruh, unless there are any rules resulting in redshirting because of COVID. But Unruh, the senior.
That's surprising to me that the Warriors take out Unreal.
Yeah, I would say so as well. He is in foul trouble now with 3, but they might bring him back in once Emmaus goes back on defense. Yep. Okay, that's what they're gonna do. I see what their strategy is now. Okay, that's actually really smart.
Okay, Eagles have a 8-point lead. Petka really talking to Nick Fairley. He's got to knock this one down. He sinks
And Fairley's shot is good. 9-point game. Still trying to get the ball to Unruh here. He's going to be trying to shoot a 3. And he hits. This man.
it. Wow.
Great shooter.
He is automatic.
And Petka, finally, Calvary's able to get the foul called. And another 2 critical free throws here for the freshman. Just now a 6-point game after that three-pointer from Unruh.
Again.
Yeah, that's actually really smart there from Coach Sanders to make sure that Unruh is not being called for any of the fouls that they're going to have to commit whenever Emmaus gets the ball to keep him in the game.
Any free throw out for the Eagles is critical. They have to sink these late-game free throws. Just like Petka did right there.
And 2 good free throws there from Petka. Back up to 8 points. Morrow driving in, trying to find Unruh still, but they are just not letting him get a shot up. And there's a shot, and Leslie with the offensive board out to Petka, and he's going to get fouled by Harris.
Really wanted to see a dunk there.
And good job by Harris, though, to go for the waist instead of clobbering him up top. And Petka back to the line. 4 on Harris now. And another 2 free throws there from Steven Petka. 20 seconds left. Unruh's triple teamed. Morrow's going to take a 3 here, and it's banked in.
The bank is
How about
open.
that? Calvary's still fighting. It's not over yet. 7-point game now with 15 seconds left, and Calvary is really going to be they need Emmaus's foul shooters to just start missing. But Pekka's made 4 in a row. Austin's made a few.
Yeah,
So, Emmaus is really not letting this game slip at the line, at least. And an inbounds play here for the Eagles, and Calvary looks to get a turnover. Good work there from Brammer to get open, and he's going back to the line. I think they're going to call Joseph Morrow for the foul.
I'd say if Bremer hits these two, it's over.
I'd have to agree with you. Gonna bring Unruh back in after this free throw.
It gets to a point when I think you have to accept that it's gonna be out of hand, and I think whenever Bremer hits these two, it'll be a 3-score game, and 3 scores in 15 seconds is
it's unheard
nearly
of.
impossible. So
Unruh driving in, corner to Smith. 3-pointer is off. Buckner with the rebound, out to Petka, and I think they're just going to drill out the clock here.
the Emmaus Eagles are gonna go on to play Ozark tomorrow
fifth
in the fifth place game.
Great showing from both teams, great offensive output, and just Emmaus' first win in quite a few games, actually. And after a great performance against Manhattan that unfortunately we were not able to commentate, they finally get a win here. Calvary, also a good team. They're going to...
Heartbreaking loss for Calvary. That's going to be the end of Calvary's season.
Unless they get to anything else. But I don't think so. Great sportsmanship between these two teams. Hug there from the coaches. And really enjoyed commentating this game, Zach. It was good performance from both teams.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later at 5:30 for the Emmaus women's game in the semifinals. That should be a really, really close and fun game to watch.
Yep, that'll be Ozark women, I believe, versus the Emmaus women. So Emmaus and Ozark going up against each other the next few days. And we will be back with you later tonight.